is where my intro plays.
I mean, you can still be a hoe and be a virgin.
Run that video like a track, run that video like a track, Give me the pack and I might pack that. She got a fatty, I might pack that. Give me your addy, we pullin' up to your paddock.
Alright, so hello people of the internet, Sarcasticnellie here, and I'm back with Beth. As you can tell by the title, we'll be telling our paranormal experiences. And if you're an old subscriber of mine, I've done this before. But
without me.
But I put that video on private. So you can't view it anymore, but maybe in the future you can. Yeah. Here's a clip of it. Hey, what's up you guys? Sarcasticnellie here. Alright, let's get on with the video. So I'm going first. When a few years back, I had this dream. Probably not even a few years back. I don't even know how old I was. And I was having these dreams about a little girl. And of course, this little girl came to visit me, like physically in form. Pretty much what happened was I was outside playing, and she was going door, like every week she would go door to door looking for somebody to play. And finally, when I was outside, she knocked on our door, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll play with you." So then, pretty much after that day, I had a dream of her that night. It was her saying goodbye to me and all that. And then like maybe a few weeks later, I had this other dream about a house, a little girl who was kidnapped by her father, and the father killed the mother inside of the blue house. And so then I woke up, the dream continued the next day. And so she and her little brother was kidnapped by the biological father. And so then in the end they get killed by their father. While the girl was protecting her brother, she got suffocated, and then her brother was also suffocated. So yeah, I had very horrible dreams about that and all that. You getting comfortable, Beth?
Yeah.
Oh, alright. There's my first, I think it's a paranormal experience because little girl actually came to my house and was like, "Yo, what up?
Yo, what up?
Here's my story." Bethany's turn.
I'm not gonna name any of my family's names, but
Make up names.
Yeah, let's say my nephew's name is Jack. Okay, so I was at my house and we were watching him, me and my mom, and he randomly walked out. Okay, I'm going to tell you, he's 3 now, but he was 2 at the time of this. He randomly walks out in the pitch black, like he is trying to get out of my front door, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I need to go out there, Beth." And I was like, "Why? It's like pitch black outside." And he was like, "'Cause I need to get Brandon." And I was like, "Who's Brandon?" Like, we never say the name Brandon. We don't even know anyone named Brandon. And so I opened the door like, "Okay, go get Brandon, you know, whatever." So I'm going to tell you right now, my room is haunted, like haunted. And so he goes out there, and he stands out in the pitch black and goes, "Brandon, come on, Brandon, where are you?" Like hollering for this boy. And I was like, come on, Jack, come back inside." And so he comes back inside. And so, you know, we're sitting there like everything's fine. Well, the next day, we go to a birthday party. And this is where it's so freaking scary. So, he is 2. He is a very smart 2-year-old. He knows not to get in the water without an adult. And for some reason, he falls into the pool and drowns. He was literally dead. We got him out of the pool and we were like, "Jack, like, wake up." Like, we were trying to get him to wake up. He finally woke up. He started throwing up water. We got him to the hospital. Everything was okay. There was like a wet spot on his lung, but everything was fine. You know, it was great. So we were like, whatever. On the freaking way home, his mom, my sister, was like, "So, Jack, why'd you jump in the pool?" And he said, "Oh, Brandon told me to. He was at the bottom of the pool and he told me to come with him." Now, that is so crazy. So a couple of weeks later, we're at church, and me and my friend Allie are walking, and I'm holding Jack's hand, and we're walking, and he said, Beth, I want to go play in the bushes. And I said, why do you want to go play in the bushes? And he said, Brandon's in the bushes. And I was like, okay. So we walk over to the bushes. If you know 2-year-olds, they are not going to describe to you in detail what someone looks like unless they see them. So he looks at me and he's like, look, there's Brandon. He's hiding in the bushes. And I was like, he's hiding in the bushes? Why is he hiding in the bushes? And he was like, because I don't know, he's just in the bushes. And I said, okay, well, what does Brandon look like? Like, is he my age? Is he Daddy's age? Is he your age? And he was like, he's Daddy's age. His dad is in his 20s. Why would a 20-year-old be hanging out with a 2-year-old? He describes to me in detail what he's wearing. He describes to me the color of his eyes. He describes to me the color of his hair. Like, he describes to me everything. So that freaked me out. And then he looks at Allie and he goes, Allie, can we go play in the road? Brandon wants to go play in the road. And I was like, no, tell Brandon you're not playing in the road. And so fast forward a couple of nights. And this is where it comes into play that my freaking room is haunted. My sister will tell you, she used to have that room. We are sitting on my bed. Me, Jack, and his little sister, Kaylee. We're all sitting on the bed. His sister is 9 months old at this time, around there. And so she's sitting there laughing, playing, whatever. Jack gets off the bed, lays down on my floor and goes, Beth, can I see your flashlight? And I said, yeah, sure. So I handed him my flashlight. And I said, what are you looking at? And he goes, look, there's a dead body under your bed. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, a dead body? I was like, why is there a dead body under my bed? And he was like, Brandon, it's Brandon. He's dead under your bed. And I was like,
what? Excuse me?
Excuse me, did I hear you right? And so that's when I freaked out. And I went and I was like, look, like, you need to do something with your kid. Like, he's crazy. No. I was like, look, this is what's happening. And she saw it at her house, too. Blah, 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 blah. So my mom, she's dealt with a lot of paranormal things. And she gets my nephew, and she goes, tell Brandon he is not welcome at Mama's house. He's not welcome at your house. He's not welcome at Mama's house. Tell him he can only play with you in the yard. He's not allowed in the houses. So it's been a couple of months since anyone's heard anything about Brandon, ever, like, really since then, because we told him, like, Brandon's not allowed here. But, I mean, it was still pretty freaking creepy. Yeah, he's crazy.
This ain't really my paranormal experience. It's my grandparents' experience. My grandpa, great-grandpa. I live with them, by the way. That's why I know all these ghost stories. But he believes in ghosts and all that and paranormal stuff. But what he has experienced even freaks me out, Bethany. And I haven't even told her this story.
Oh, I probably haven't heard this.
I'm not going to go in full detail since I don't know all the details to it. But what pretty much happened when my grandparents lived somewhere else, they lived in this house, right? And it was a party house before they moved in. And so what happened was they were in their bedroom, I'm pretty sure. And so he started hearing, like, music, like bumping music. And he goes into the living room and there's blood coming up onto the floors. Like,
I do not know the full story, so this isn't really a paranormal experience. My mom just told me about it the other day. Me and my mom were talking about Ouija boards, and she brought up, like, she will not even tell me her friend's name. My mom has had so many paranormal experiences, so for something to scare her into not talking about it freaks me out. Because if you know my mom, she's not scared of anything. But anyways, so, like, I asked her, like, we were talking about the Ouija board, and she was like, yeah, don't touch it, because my friend from childhood, I guess, teenager, I guess, I don't know. I guess so. Played with a Ouija board, and her friend turned into a whole nother thing. Like, it wasn't her friend anymore. And a demon literally came after her friend. And I asked my mom about it all the time. My mom said she's scared to talk about it. Like, she hasn't talked to her friend in over, like, 30 years now. since they were teenagers.
I wouldn't be able to talk to her either.
Like, my mom is terrified to talk about it. Back to my room. I guess I don't know. My sister and me, she's 6 years older than me, but I used to sleep in her room because she was like my big sister and I loved her so much. No, I hated her, but anyway. So I was sleeping in her bed one night, and our closet door does not have a door on it because my sister freaking ruined everything for me. But anyway, there's not a door on it. And she kept her room like freaking spotless. And so one night her bed, okay, so my walls are like this and my closet's over here and the bed was over here in the corner. Well, I was sleeping outwards. She was sleeping towards like inside the wall. And I woke up and I was little. I was probably like 8 because she was probably like 14, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so we're laying there and I wake up and it's like 2 in the morning on the clock, and I hear footsteps coming from the closet going to the side of the bed because the bed was all the way up against this wall. And I hear footsteps and they stop right here, and me, a little 8-year-old self, is like and so I like freak out and I'm like, wake up. And she's like, what? And I'm like, there's something standing beside me. She said, oh yeah, it comes every night. Like,
oh yeah, that's a normal thing, don't worry about it.
Yeah, and fast forward a couple of years, my sister's 17, she is pregnant, so her boyfriend is staying the night at the house. She videos this and sends it to me. This was literally like 3 years ago this happens. He sets up in the middle of the night, he does not remember this. He sets up in the middle of the night and looks at the closet and goes, do you see that demon standing in the closet? And then lays down and goes back to sleep.
Good night.
I was like, and Chas is like freaking out, yelling at me, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so fast forward a couple of years, it's my room now. I'm laying in my bed, and my bed is like this, like against this wall. And so the closet's like this way to me, like, you know what I mean? So I sleep against the wall. Like, I hate the feeling of something standing over me, so I sleep against the wall. Well, I was laying in my bed, and I was on FaceTime with someone, I can't remember, and my lamp is one of those twist lamps, and you twist it all the way this way until you hear the click, and then it turns off. Well, my lamp was on, and it's hard to twist, like, it's not even easy. And I'm sitting there on FaceTime, and all of a sudden, my light keeps getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, and then you hear click, and I was like, did my lamp just turn off? So I was like, hold on, and I can't turn my flashlight on because I'm on FaceTime. And so, you know. So I was like, you obviously don't want to reach back over there and turn back on your lamp. Like, something just turned it off.
Like, man, I didn't hear it buzz.
So, yeah, like, I'm just laying there on FaceTime, and they're like, what the heck just happened? And I'm like,
I would be like, turn on your light so I can flash it over there, man.
For real. Like, I was freaking out. So I just lay there, and then eventually, you just see my light come back on.
Like, I'm sorry, did I turn that off for you? I didn't mean to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And
At least it was nice enough to turn it back on for you.
yeah, like 2 hours later, of me freaking out.
He probably took a little nap.
He's like, I guess. And then you hear like high heels, like, you know those old high heels that go like thick and then like thin?
Yeah.
And they're like this high?
Yeah.
You hear the clicking, like, I have hardwood floor. And so you hear the clicking going from my lamp
I would have cried.
to my closet, and I was just like, now, used to I had a guinea pig, and I'd blame everything on her. Oh, you're chewing again, aren't you? Yeah, I hear you. But now I don't have her, so I
Me
can't
with
blame
clout.
you.
I was like a knocking clout. You knocking again?
But I have a puppy, and I make him sleep with me now, even though he likes to pee everywhere. Little piece of shit. Anyways, much love, Milo. But anyway. So, yeah, it's pretty freaking creepy, and it happens, like, every night. And if you know what sleep paralysis is, I was literally laying on my bed one night, laying like this, like on my side, like you know how they say if you lay on your back, you're more prone to get it?
Yeah.
I wasn't laying on my back. I was laying on my side.
That usually happens to me too. Like I'll be like not like fully on my back, but like I'll be like in cuddling position.
Yes.
And I'll still get it.
Same. And then you're just like,
yeah, you're just like help.
yeah. And I always sleep with my face towards the wall because I always sleep on this side of my body because I'm left-handed, so I sleep on my left side. But anyways, so I'm facing the wall, but for some reason this night I rolled over on my right side, and that is facing the entire open part of my room. And I get sleep paralysis, and I'm laying there, and I see this man walk up to the side of my bed and just stand there. Literally just stand there. And I can't do anything, so I'm just laying there like, that was after the thing with my lamp.
Should I tell him about Freddy?
Yes.
Yes, you need to address Freddy to the internet. Anyways,
Nellie.
what?
No. I'm literally about to cry.
Why?
Okay, so I just took a picture, and I just took a picture, and I just already sent it, and I took a picture, and it was of me, and it said this side of my face, and you can see your face, and it looked like there was a face. No, Nellie, I'm scared. No, there was a face. There was another face.
Are you positive?
I swear on my life.
Oh my god.
No.
What just happened was she was taking a picture on Snapchat and she saw a face behind mine.
It was like over here.
So now that's why she's crying. And she's a little bit freaked out, but
Yeah, I'm a little bit freaked out.
I didn't see it, so I'm not that freaked out. But
It was literally like a black.
and it was right when I started talking about Freddy. Okay, let me tell you about Freddy.
It was like a black mask, and I was like, why?
It was pretty much my imaginary friend as a kid. As they say, imaginary friends are sometimes real. But
My nephews.
Children can just
Oh
see
my God.
ghosts and all that, or spirits. My family called him Frankie because when I was a kid, I called him Frankie, but I call him Freddy now because I feel that's a nickname for him. So I hope you don't mind, Frankie. But yeah. Anyways, when I was a kid, the first experience I ever, I didn't even know about this. I do not remember this at all. My aunt had to tell me about this. And the bleach was, up, really tall. The bleach was up on the, really tall up, on a shelf or something. Somehow I got the bleach down and I tried to drink it, but they stopped me, of course. And they said, "Why'd you do that?" How'd you get it? I was like, Freddy got it for me. And so, ever since then, they've been freaked out about him. But I have seen him before. Freddy, the first time I ever saw him was I was in this room, different bed, different everything. And I was laying right here on my queen-size bed that took up half the room. And so, the door was open right here. The door is, right here against this wall. And it was open. And I think it was maybe midday, so it was kind of dark, kind of not. And when I saw it, I heard footsteps. It was like boom, 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 down my hallway, and I saw him run into here and into my bathroom. He had a red shirt, blue jeans, a book bag, and shoes. I don't know. And he didn't have no hair. I didn't get to see his face good at all. Pretty much is the story with Freddy, aka Frankie. And it's pretty much all experience I have with him so far, but I know that he used to play dolls with me and be my friend.
My mom thinks I'm crazy, and she will probably tell you I'm crazy. But, I can't even remember the dream exactly. It was about, okay, so I don't want to name any names because this is super creepy. So I have these two people. And they would be going into 9th grade this year, but they didn't make it. They were in a car accident back in August on their way home from Dollywood, which killed both of them and the boy's mom. The boyfriend is still in the hospital recovering from it, and he has no memory of anything. He can't do anything or anything like that. Couple of nights before that, I had a dream that I didn't see their faces. Like, I had no idea who it was. So I couldn't go up to them and be like, hey, you're going to get a car accident, you know? I had a dream that two of my friends, I didn't know who, and their parents were on their way home, didn't know from where, were in a car accident, and they died.
That was so funny.
And they died. I told my mom about this. My mom was like, oh, it's just your imagination. But a couple of months before that, it was like a whole, I can't remember, yeah, it was like a whole year before that. My friend Matthew got hit by a train. Some people think it was suicide. Some people think it was an accident. I mean, think what you want about it. But a couple of nights before that happened, I had a dream that one of my friends was walking down the train tracks. And I don't know if this is really paranormal, but I mean, it's creepy.
Same thing, Beth.
Anyways, so I had a dream that one of my friends was walking home and they got hit by a train. And I didn't know if it killed them or not, because, you know, some people get hit by trains and don't die. But I woke up as soon as they got hit by a train. I woke up literally like a week after saying, hey, your friend's been hit by a train.
Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please like, subscribe, comment what I should do next. Follow me on my social medias. It'll be down in the description along with Beth's. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
And I hate myself.
Me press trigger, me no press people button. Nobody chat come face me with something. Like how me have 22 in a me something.